What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts 2.5. So this one is actually post-commentary because it's mostly just kind of me running around doing different errands. Obviously, I'm starting off with some synth grinding here, or not synth grinding, I actually did that off screen, some synthesizing. And I kind of ran into this thing where I couldn't figure out how I had all these other recipes I needed to make. And I looked it up and realized that you actually synthesize better versions of a lot of the recipes you have. So let's see. I might need to edit it out if it takes me super duper long. But yeah, so it should be under the recipes here. So I gotta do the save the king. And then this will clear it off of this, which is nice so you know which ones you've made. Maybe. Going back and forth. Always fun post-comment to be like, what was past me thinking? There we go. So a lot of these things that have the question marks underneath them, it's because you have to upgrade that item. So I think I paused to look it up and then might need to edit out some of this here as I try to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Okay, so now I think I've figured it out. So, yeah, you gotta use the Serenity Stone, and that actually does a higher level. Which now puts me in the position of, oh man, do I have enough to make these enhanced items? And spoiler alert, I did not for some of them. I had to do more synthesis grinding, which is fun. So it's cool to see in the speedruns when they really loop it in. But I'm definitely not efficient enough to do all that. And I kind of feel like, you know, when you're watching someone that's like really high quality play, kind of isn't as grindy when they're doing it. But when I'm doing it because I don't have high quality play, I felt like that would just be really irritating and pointless to watch. And you guys have already sat through gummy missions. So, didn't think you wanted to see this. If you do, I have a short video, I think it's like about 20 minutes of me doing some synth grinding. But it's honestly just me looking up where to find the different items I need, going to that place and farming it up with Lucky Lucky on all my party members. I can't remember if there's a Keyblade in this one that gives you the Lucky Lucky ability, but like I said, I used as many of those as possible to enhance the drop rate. So I might just speed through this part, because it's really not that interesting to watch me synthesize every single item. And again, realize for some of them that I have more to do. So that might be something I do. Yeah, and then I realized, oops, I got more stuff I gotta do. Thank you, the internet, for me pulling up where to do all these things. And how to do all these things. Also, some of these accessories are super duper good, which is cool. Of course, figures why now I get them after I've beaten the game twice and taken on Terra and... Yeah, some of these too, so like that Mithril Shard, or maybe it's a Mithril Stone, but some of the ones you have to use other stones to synthesize into that better stone. It's not something you can just find out, you know, from grinding on different enemies and things like that. So I'm just gonna kind of do what I can here. And you can only select one little boost stone here, so you can either do a higher quality or half the materials. So yeah, now I'm thinking, oh crud, what do I gotta do? And I'm probably looking it up, yeah. I'm like, alright, on to the next. I can do this one. Yay. Like I said, I'll probably speed these up for everybody's benefit here. yeah, definitely gonna speed these up as I sit and ponder life. You know, the frustrating thing with all of this is I like wrote down the amount of synthesis. I had this happen in Kingdom Hearts 1. You think I would have learned, but just that realization of these numbers that I wrote down are not correct, that there's always more to get. And, you know, I was going off of some charts, which could be the charts wrong, or I read the numbers wrong, or just, I don't know, went rogue on it. But it is a little bit disheartening when you come to kind of do mass synthesis and you're like, oh, there's still more I gotta get. Especially this end of the game. Even though I love Kingdom Hearts 2, doing all this extra stuff, and I still, keep in mind, have to do a critical playthrough, which today, just as a reference, is January 27th of doing commentary. I think this was recorded back in October, and I have not really played too much critical mode. It's very disheartening because I'm getting my butt handed to me pretty much every battle. Even some of the regular enemies in the different maps just absolutely wreck me in 1 or 2 hits, and it's kind of hard to grind for levels because of that same issue. And you know, you have the EXP booster you can do, but then you have to get low health, which means you're almost guaranteed to get one shot. So, a little bit disheartening. Oh look, more materials I need to get. Yay! Yeah, so I think I finally took pity on myself and paused some of that stuff out. Okay, so I've synthesized some stuff and just jumped over here. So now it's time to tackle the data battles. I'll probably try to kind of condense them into one video, or maybe split them into 2. But let's take on Roxas. So, as it says, he is harder. But I'm tougher too. I got 2 crayons. I don't know why I said crayons. Crown. I don't see him rocking a silver crown. He hadn't beat Terra. Oh, that's hard to say. Might have to edit it. Beat Tora. You're captain.
Let's go.
So overall, it is the same fight. He just hits harder. Is really the gimmick of it. So I didn't really want to try to cheese it, or either that, or I couldn't. I don't remember. This was like 4 months ago. But thankfully, limit form, especially your limit form finishers, do such good damage. And the cool thing about the Ultima weapon, I might have already talked about this, is it has a guard break. So even if you're in the middle of a combo and your opponent starts to block it, you can sometimes break through it and still continue an attack, which is super nice. So over here, yeah, I just fly away, not because I'm scared or anything, just want to take in the view. But yeah, this attack's pretty harmless and you just fly around, and then eventually he'll land and you can kind of close in on him and get hit by his space laser stuff. But I will tell you, when you do get guard off, it looks so cool, especially as he's just rushing you with a flurry of attacks and you're just kind of batting him away. But yeah, you can see I'm just easily taking down huge chunks of health. Obviously trying to heal is needed. I go into limit form a few times to get some extra strength and just recover my magic and HP, which is helpful. And then yeah, we're doing our around the world in 80 days trip. And yeah, that was actually me rushing in, but I guess the Ultima weapon just put me so I could block it, which is helpful. It's funny because on my end I can't hear the sound, but I know Sora's just getting the life smacked out of him. Yeah, so he's saying a bunch of ouches here. I will say this is, not that I don't do the same attacks over and over again, but it is kind of frustrating, like with them doing crap like this, or with Terra doing his stupid bike attack over and over again. And I know obviously there's a way to learn the pattern and block it, but some of the times it's like, oh my gosh, just do different attacks. Especially because they become invincible during it. I don't think I'm really invincible in any of my attacks. safety heal. And again, just cosmic blast here. I tried to be sneaky there, but he said nope, he was ready for it. Yeah, again, Caseware Guard looks fantastic. And limit for safety. And then, yeah, when possible, spamming those finishers or the limits because they are super powerful. You can see taking over almost a whole bar of health in one limit. But as you can see, he did not appreciate that. So I'll probably heal here soon. Oh, okay. I was like, I think I heal. I will say though, this one was a fun challenge though. And most of the data battles are. Some of them are kind of super frustrating. But this one's not too bad. Like I said, other than a little bit of the repetition of him doing that same attack, but so I can't really crap on anybody for doing that when I do the same 3 things too. Let me take his Keyblades. These are mine! Even though mine's way cooler. Yeah, so I get these Keyblades, and I don't think any of the times I get them I really get to... Okay, here it is. I really get to use them. Oh, he's dead. Oh, did he break out of my limit? There we go. Yeah. Over and done with. His little temper tantrum at the end there. Magic boost! Woo! Okay, so there's Roxas down. Yeah, there's my excitement. Woo! And I do like how they notate that that he's been defeated because of the pink door. But yeah, pretty much my strategy after all of these data battles is to go and save. You just have to go to the poster in here. So it's not as bad, but I, again, stand by. I swear there was a save point in there, but I'm wondering if I'm remembering just from watching some of the randomizers where you start in that room, and there is a save point there, I think. Okay, so unfortunately here, the next battle that I want to take on is Xigbar, and you see it captured the Roxas footage, no problem. But for whatever reason with Xigbar, it didn't save it.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
Or it captured it, but it's audio only, and it's just frozen at the pause screen.
So what do you think?
So you should be able to hear the fight of a lifetime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish I could tell you all the different strats I did. I'm assuming if you saw me do this fight in the storyline in my first playthrough, then it was like that, but more difficult, and I'd probably try to use some more final form, things like that. Well, at least I got confirmation I am level 99. You guys probably already saw that, but... yeah, not much else to say. I might just have to kind of speed it up since it's just going to be hearing me fight him on the pause screen here.
Gotcha now.
So yeah, we'll leave it at that, and I'll probably just add in another fight in this video. Okay, so yeah, that wasn't much of a fight to see. I honestly don't think I redid it to show, which I probably could have, but one and done. But now we're on to Lexaeus. So same thing as his absent silhouette, but tougher. Again, with me being level 99 and having Ultima Weapon and really good magic and strength and defense, he's not too bad. And I have Reflega, so that should do really good amounts of damage to him, especially since he's kind of beast moding. But you can see almost one Reflect takes down probably about 3/4 of a health bar, which is very, very handy. So it does allow me to be a little bit more aggressive, whether I should or should not. Also, nice explosion mid-air, that's pretty cool. So I try to reflect as much as possible. Pop ethers is needed. Obviously the reaction command is helpful. But yeah, my raw damage output is pretty helpful in this. And thankfully with the Ultimate Weapon too, you have MP Hastega, so you recover pretty quick too. Also that was a really good block. Very cool, and as he's going Super Saiyan, I'm hitting him and it's not doing anything, but it makes me feel better. So that's a win. Yeah, not too much more to do on there. Uh-oh. Alright, now he's a little bit upset. That's why we don't use our mean words. It's kind of an emergency limit form while he's being really upset with everything going on in his life, which, you know, I feel you, buddy. But yeah, more just so I could get my enemy back. Him charging against me just being in a magic bubble. That all he's doing is pushing me around. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Should just heal. But I'm like, oh, I'll just chance it out. And I get obliterated. So that's why you don't just play around with fate here, guys. Yeah, I need to double check my stuff. This is the annoying part. You can go back to your save if you've made all your changes and then saved. And I think if you make your changes and then go out of the room and enter back in, I think that would help. So that way, if you do continue from a death, you save all the changes you've made to your equipment and skills. But that's okay, we'll take him down this time. That wasn't too long of a fight. But same strategy. Smack him down, reflect as often as possible, get some good combo damages in. Bait him for an attack, reaction command when I can. Introduce him to the ultimate weapon over and over again. This is... He's like, I'm not working! I love watching his health go down like that. That's right. How does it feel to have your rocks thrown back at your face? Donald just wiped out in the, not really the corner because it's a circle here, but yeah, just completely oblivious while we're having the entire earth thrown at us. I actually feel like this is going a little bit faster than the first time. Yeah, again, wisdom form, not wisdom, limit form for a good fill up on magic and HP, which is always helpful. Plus limit is just a strong ability anyway. Yeah, because when I'm doing those limits in there, it makes me invincible, which is always very helpful. Also a nice clutch cure. Having ethers on standby. Get ready, time it. Not too early. Go, go, go! Uh-oh. Somehow, even though I did get it, it didn't matter. Yeah, now even when I reflect, it's like it's not. But he is not happy with me. Which makes two of us. I'm not happy with me either. Yeah, so another ether. You do have to be careful. I think I start with 7. Because I have them all on auto reload. But yeah, he's fully maxed out. He's kind of a punk right now. Alright, go good. Woo! Look at that, took a round. all of my health there in one hit. But thankfully, again, limit form to save the day. Get some iframes. Yeah. Nice way to finish. So these are actually from another recording I did. So these are basically, with the letter B, basically just back-to-back data fights. So I finish one, I think I pause to go and save and, you know, refresh off screen and then go to the next one. So Zexion is the book dude. You can spam final form. I think I did that in my absent silhouette with him. So it's kind of the same strat, but it's super annoying when you get caught in the book. And I'm pretty sure I get caught a few times. You know, as one does in a good book. You just feel like you get wrapped up in it. Yeah, I'm trying not to get sucked into the pages. Look at Donald, help me! Sorry, Donald, I'm not really interested in reading that book. Woo, dodged that. And Donald did not. You know, when I think of taking a look, it's in a book. Oh, good, there we go. It's not the Reading Rainbow I remember. So this is really irritating. Because there's different little mechanics with these. Again, I know I showed it off unintentionally in my absent silhouette battle. But some of the ones you have to struggle, some of them you have to flip the pages to find the right command. But thankfully when you get dispelled, like with land, you can break it. And I will say for the data members, as far as health, he doesn't really have that much compared to the others. He absolutely juked all of those combos I had prepared. So this is the one, yeah, you gotta turn the pages and try to find the right command to, I think, dispel or free. I'm sure all of them do different things. Yeah, you see heal gave me some HP orbs. There we go, I guess retrieve did it. Look at give me the L for loser. So dumb. I mean, this mechanic and me. And am I just misremembering where you can't actually do... Yeah, you're about to feel it now. Where you can't do reaction commands like mid-air, because some of the times at several points in this playthrough, I feel like I was trying to do triangle commands, and it was not working when I was in the air. I mean, some of them were like the reversal for fighting Xemnas, but other than that, I feel like it was just kind of a gamble. But he went down, got the synthesis item we needed, and again, just gonna off-screen save and do all that, or apparently on-screen. Oh, off-screen. Alright, now time for Larxene. If you don't remember, she's the one that will split into multiple copies. And the reaction command, you can merge them together. Also, she is just absolutely going to town right now. She is electrifying, flipping. I'm trying to reflect to no avail. But thankfully when I can break out of it and do combos, it's pretty effective for her. So it is nice if you can kind of prevent her from splitting. I'm assuming it's just maybe like a damage thing, if you can kind of keep her, not really stun locked, but just you can keep interrupting her so she can't split apart. But yeah, now I kind of want to attack the original one, but it feels like every time I try to do a reflect, they're all of a sudden not in the same galaxy as me. There we go. Imagine if therapy was that aggressive. You're like, I just feel like there's, you know, I'm just torn between myself, and your therapist is just like, come here. Alright, I'm gonna need to heal, right? Right? Heal? 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 There we go. Yeah, again, once more is very nice because it'll allow you to take multiple combos. So if you are looped, which is super duper frustrating when it happens, but as long as you really don't land or kind of try to break out of it, which is hard because it's kind of counterintuitive. Oh, wrong time to do that. But a lot of times it'll stop you from taking that final hit. Yeah, so I'm just doing some reaction commands to either just connect with her, if I can target her. And I think that absolutely whiffed. Obviously way more effective strats here. Again, Reflect is really helpful, but it just, she's so quick. I'm not sure what I was trying to do. Stutter glide, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to block it sometimes, and it feels like I can't get it off in time. I'm trying to final form, but Donald's dead. So, just gotta do what we gotta do to recover health. Yeah, this is, like I said, so frustrating, where she's just endlessly... And she got lucky again with that. She's got to do her shooting out of the sides. Yep. And who gets caught in it? But I can't glide with that when I'm in that form, so that makes it harder. And she totally juked me. Come here! Yeah, again, when she keeps disappearing, it just makes it harder because you lose your target on her. Thing is, she's charging off my drive gauge pretty well. Actually, I said that move was explosion. I think that might be magnet burst or magma burst or whatever. Yeah, she's just so hard to close in on. Even watching this post commentary is just so frustrating. I'm frustrated for myself, at myself. Leaf Bracer putting in the good work. Yeah, it's like you can't even turn around and try to block. And I did not mean to do Valor, but, you know, so be it. Yeah, again, missed reaction command, where I tried to merge and it wouldn't recognize. That I do remember. She's dead. So done in a single try at level 99. Let's keep in mind. But done. Alright, let's see if we can do any different. To be fair, maybe I can edit that failure out, since that was a long battle to sit through. Okay, so what I've done is, I was kind of debating, but I did fail this before, but it was a really long fight to end in a failure. So I'm just going to edit out that first one. I don't know if this is that much better, going off of 3 months ago memory. But I was not doing well in my first one. It was long because I made it super drawn out. I kept getting caught in a bunch of his attacks. He got a lot of my data, so I kept having to fight with data Soras. He kept freezing me in blocks of ice. And this is kind of the same thing. It's like, no matter what I do, I feel like he keeps locking me in the data ring. And I don't really know how to stay away from it. It's like, if I glide, it catches up to me. If I roll, it gets me. Yeah, so he hits kind of slow, but it's like as soon as I go into attack, it's like, oh, there you are. Hello, old friend. I'm just trying to do Final Form Froga strats, but kind of same thing. I get in close to do some damage, and then the thing just kind of meanders. And then you have Data Sora, just that refuses to stay in his lane. And you get confused because you have basically no HP and you're like, what's going on? Meanwhile, I'm just taking damage, wasting my final form. He's got max data. Datasaurs I gotta contend with, and I think I have to take him out first too. Oh no, I finally did enough damage. But this was something I was saying in the fight where I ultimately failed, where it's just so frustrating because yeah, I know it's definitely my mechanics of carrying this fight out, but like watching the speedruns where it just seems like they're just absolutely able to avoid having the data collected. I don't think they really go past the first level. And I know that's a lot of months, if not years, of specific skill building and mechanics that are just absolutely insane, but it is kind of frustrating. Because there's sometimes that all I feel like I do is just run away, heal, and then I have to go into a form to get my magic back so I can then heal. Pop an ether so I can heal. And yeah, you kind of get locked in these loops. And once more does its job a lot of the times in these fights. Yeah, but like you can see I'm kind of like stuck there. So all I can do is try to break out just to heal. Because if I try to break out mid-attack, that can ruin the once more. Okay, so I've broken his shield again so he can do direct attacks, but now Sora's hanging out with me. Final form is all just to really spam the Faraga when all possible. Because it is super powerful, you can see it's taken down almost bars of health. And just trying to time it so I don't do a combo finisher, because that's going to delay when I can attack again. And you can see even doing that, Datasaur or whatever was able to break out of it, and now I'm fighting with ice cubes. And it is not cool, despite what the ice cubes may lead you to believe. Woo, good little dodge there. Not so much though. But that was kind of Donald and Goofy to take the hits. Again, MP Hastega on the Ultima weapon is very helpful. So it does ultimately seem to be going better this time. Haha, tricked ya. Trixied you. Oh, okay. He's learned. He said, yeah, idiot, I trixied you too. I'm just dancing around. Ollie ollie oxen free! And I reflected nobody and nothing. But I'm about to get caught up in this thing, I think. Oof, that's a camera angle. Yeah, again, just kind of try to double jump out of there to dodge, bounce, whatever that ability is through Master Form. Yeah, and again, this is kind of something I feel like I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with his ice shield. Other than get caught in it and then hit the reaction command. I don't know where I'm in on his health. Also, these camera angles I get caught in are pretty disgusting. Jeez, yeah, he still has 3 bars of health here. Let's see, come on, take it. Don't you run away when I'm trying to final form you, sir. Okay, this might do it if I can kind of keep him. There we go. Whew. That's better. Yeah, no struggle there at all. Okay, so I did off-screen saving Marluxia, or Marluxia. You know how well I did in the Absent fight? And I think that one, I still struggled with that level like 88 or 90 even. Yeah, you whisper. I get a counter on my head. Gives me a little bit more to work with, but he still sucks. I'm doing reflect and it's going nowhere. Well, that one definitely went nowhere, but... But the main mechanic with him, just like before, is if you can kind of like time it with his attacks, is you'll get an option when he kind of needs to rest, where you can hit your reaction command and restore your counter some. It doesn't fully, yeah, like that, you saw the tail end of the triangle. It doesn't fully restore your count back up, but it gives you a little bit. I don't know if it's just random. So definitely a harder mechanic where you have your actual HP to worry about, but then you also have the counter. So your HP can be full, but if your counter goes to 0, then of course you're in trouble. And yeah, this I don't really know how to get out of. You can't like counterattack out of it with your square button. Oh, that was a good reflect. So this is actually a pretty good cycle here. Dodged out of it. I think he's going to the middle, yeah. Again, like the Roxas and the Terra thing, it's kind of like, stop doing the same attacks back to back, you jerk. It's working, so I guess why would he change his tactics here, but... Push me into Donald's! Okay, now get it. Oh, didn't even get it that time. That's dumb. I was ready for it. That's probably why. So overall, not too bad. I mean, I guess a little over half. Oh, don't worry, I'm about to change that. Oh, again, missed that reaction command. Ugh. Even future me is like, oh, so close. And every time with these, I just feel like, you know, I know to block and it just is a little off. It's either too early or just too late. And obviously that's make or break in these. Alright, now he's about to do... I don't know if this is a full DM, but... My philosophy is kind of when in doubt, just final form. You can, however, I'm pretty much invincible at this point. So this is me doing everything, just reflect. It's working, you can see him getting some health down. Then some Faragas. If I can cheese it out, I should be okay. One more! Oh! This should be it. Okay. No! Oh, I got lucky. He appeared right in front of the Keyblade. That was a sympathy move from Marluxia there. This kid needs a win. Whew! Alright, who are we doing next? Axel, huh? I think I'm trying to do some fire resistance here. I don't know if I actually do change anything, but most of those are pretty good. I think I go back and forth about changing it to the Mysterious Abyss for that Blizzard bonus, which is really helpful, but I'm just not quick enough with the magic prompts, even on a shortcut, so I kind of just decided to go with the Ultima weapon, just for the overall damage and the MP recovery. And I did pretty decent the first time I fought him with the data battle. Just remember, you're constantly taking damage from the floor. So if you're not as experienced, I recommend when you can change the floor to normal to do it. It's just a little bit less damage you'll be taking overall. You don't have to, the speedrunners don't. They're good enough that they can kind of bait out the reaction command and not finalize it, so they can do some extra damage. His main thing is you can get a pretty good cycle of blocking and attacking, but like anybody, he can also clear out of it. But yeah, there's a case of like what they do in the speedruns where they purposely don't hit that second reaction command so that you can so that you can get a couple more hits on him. So I'm not doing too poorly. I've already got him under half. I'm gonna have to do something here. Or I'm about to... Limit form is always so good to have as a safety. So I'm doing that again for some iframes, some added damage. Recovered my HP and MP, which is always helpful. The limit breaks abilities are so nice. Block is really good. And I think now I'm just really trying to, obviously survive, but get his MP down so that way when he does his reaction commands, I can just take him out. Because you do have to have the floor clear in order to actually kill him. Otherwise he'll just stay on 1 HP, or 1 HP, and you're just stuck looping. Okay, so let's get him down a little bit. This should be good enough. Should be able to finish him in this cycle. Yeah, so I'm just doing some commands. Oh yeah, he's done. He's done. Get one more in. Get one more in. I think he's actively blocking from it as I just whiff. But yeah, I should be able to get him. Stop doing that. Don't you dare turn this floor back to lava. Okay.
You got me.
Yeah, again, not too bad. Not the best, but not bad at all. I ain't mad about that. Luxord. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm retrying Luxord here. I edited out
The first to run out of time is the loser.
because I don't know if you guys need to see all the failures. Sometimes I'll leave them in, but with these data fights already being longer, I don't know if it's worth to watch like a 10-minute fight just for me to fail, just for you to sit through another one. So, really big issue with the last fight was I just ran out of time. I got caught a couple times in his little reindeer games as a card or a dice, and that takes off of your time gauge. So I'm just trying not to interact as much with his cards, and just anytime I can try to just do actual damage to him. So reflecting when I need to. When he morphs into the card sometimes, it's easier if you manipulate your camera to kind of pan around the room, and a lot of times you can see which card is his. So he hasn't done it yet, but he should. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't. But so far I've got an okay lead on him. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So he only has 3, so it's pretty easy for you to keep up with. But sometimes he's going to have 5 cards or more than that. So like I said, trying not to get caught up in flipping a whole bunch of cards, because some of them there's bombs. That's always really helpful. Yeah. So this is a case of sometimes you can lock onto the card, but like I said, I'm panning the camera so I can see him, and that's going to save you a lot of time from your time gauge and just time in the fight. Taking a few extra seconds to just be careful to scroll around. Because I don't really feel like he does that much damage-wise. He's just more time wasting, which of course benefits him. Because I think your time goes down quicker than his. Alright, well, it'd help if I actually get away from these stinking cards. Alright, let's do the same strat. Again, there's only 3. I wish that time bar, that information bar would get out of the way. I mean, especially, I can understand, like, the first time it happens, it pops up, but after that, it's like, we get it. I know. Alright, but yeah, now it's getting closer with time here, so we should get closer to his kind of final thing. That was lucky there. So he should be moving to his ultimate game, where you have to get them all in a row. Might have said it this time. Again, I did an earlier fight where I lost, so I might have said it in that one too. Get out of here, card.
You know the rule?
Yeah. Oh, actually, this isn't it. You'll know, because it'll, like, fully surround you. Okay. Ooh, got some HP back, which is, I guess, nice. I don't think that matters as far as the time. But yeah, okay. Now we're making some headway, so there we go. Oh, no, this is the one I want to try to get off and fly into the corner. Yeah. Just until he's done. I think the room should change color so you kind of know that he's calmed down. Okay, yeah, here's the ultimate. So get 4, you have to get 4 circle commands, and as you hit them, it kind of locks them in place. And pause buffering. Don't remember if I mess it up this time. Yep. And look at that huge difference in time. Look how much that took it away from me and gave it to him. He's just chunking away. Again, his is going down a little bit, but mine definitely in this form. And I'm trying not to take additional damage to lose more time. Whee!
Look who's on top of the game.
Okay. Now I gotta do my normal fly and get out of here. Like an eagle into the future. Alright, let's see if we do it this time. Yeah, so I thought you had to, initially I thought you had to wait until there was 4 circles or O's and just be like, yeah, I'll hit my X. Then I realized, no, you have to press it to get 4 on each one. And obviously it gets harder. There we go. So now I can just finish him off. Now I can just finish him off, and yeah, you can see he's pretty much... Sarah, just hit him. Thank you. I was just saying, now he's just ready to be taken out. I don't know what I was waiting on. I guess an invitation. Excuse me, sir, is that okay? Woo! An AP boost I won't use. I had someone ask me in the comments, they're like, why don't you use all those AP boosts you've been saving up? I'm like, great question. Future me wonders that as well. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I do use a good bit of them, but way later than I should have. Alright, time to take on Sayx. So this is the Berserk dude.
The moon's power.
This is another one. I think you can kind of prevent him from spazzing out a little bit, but do I? No. And I'm just letting him charge up there. I'm like, no. But to be fair, that's what they do in like all the animes. It's like, oh, this person is charging up an ultimate attack. Yeah, let me give them their space. It'd be rude not to. So now he is Grumposaurus Rex for sure. I'm trying to reflect, and he says, I don't care what you got to say about that. I'm doing some damage with reflect, but it seems like it's chip damage when I'm watching the HP bar. Whereas everyone else, it seems like it makes a huge difference. I was gonna say, what I should be doing is grabbing the little staffs or whatever he leaves behind and using those to... There we go. I figured it out eventually. That still seems like chip damage, but at least it puts him in timeout for a bit. Until he's like, oh, nope, I'm ready. Again, Donald and Goofy, I just did not change their attacks, so they're just on standby. Donald's healing himself. So not completely wasted. Yeah, so it's not like this is really for damage purposes, it's just to calm him down. But Quick Run really helps squeeze in that gap. What am I waiting on? I guess an apology, yeah. Of course, you're also, I'm also very frantic as I play these, you know, like, heart is pounding in overtime, I'm sure I'm sweating. Probably making a lot of gamer noises, you know, the usual. Alright, I'm pretty sure I did reflect during that, but okay. Again, I've lost the plot of what I'm supposed to be doing. Grab the little thing, take him out of his temper tantrum. Donald just following me around. Is there something we should be doing, Sora? What do you want us to do? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, this is my, but it's final form. That should be the secret key for defeating everybody. It's like, yeah, but get him out of berserk mode.
I misjudged you. Shine down.
Yep, and there's the heel of destiny. And yeah, he's definitely berserking now. So this is a fly for freedom. All right, now he's kind of okay. Oh nope, never mind. He's good. Got a little nap in. He's feeling better. And you know what's helpful to him is when he does do his crazy attacks to just fly right into it, so he doesn't really have to make an effort. I don't know if you guys have tried that strat, where you just appeal to his humanity. Pick it up! There we go. Alright, let's go. Sliding dash to close the gap, so not pretty, but it is getting done. Okay, now I'm doing a little bit more damage with that. Ooh, that was a good one. Summoning the moon. And he said, nope. And he said, yep. And we said, oh gosh. It's so hilarious to watch Goofy just run around and take hits and just, again, like, hey, just tell me what you want me to do, Sora. I mean, not right now, but just in general.
Back off. This is it. Yeah, it's over.
Moon, shine down.
Alright, come on, dude. Just got a little bit more health left. And I have ethers and magic and 2 dead party members, so I'm pretty much ready to go. I don't know how I grabbed that amongst all the chaos, but you know, when you're a pro gamer like this, you just pull off these amazing feats. As I completely whiffed, that was well-timed commentary. Okay, he should be almost good to go. Donald, help me out here. Don't you dare. You are so rude. Now I gotta sit through this. Where Reflect apparently is just tickling his fancy. What in the world? Why is that not working? And now I'm at the opposite side of the ring. Like, come on, do it! Oh. Just take him out to the ball game already. Oof. Just trying to get there. Nope. Oh my gosh, this is dumb. I'm just looking for anything. Like, just hit this guy. These roller coaster camera angles, I am so sorry for everyone. What was going on? Sorry about the table. I can't believe I've had to heal 5 times when he's been on 2 health. There we go. Take him out. I know I'm saying that probably as I'm playing too. Why won't he die? It's like breaking. Yeah, I'm not even doing a hit to him. There we go. This should do it. Oh no, apparently I can't do it. I'm in the book. I swear, dude, if you survive this. Okay. Wow. What a drawn out fight on 2 HP. That guy must have had once more mega equipped. Alright, who we got next? Golly, I've taken off a lot of them. Okay, Zaldin, here we go.
Where's the fun in this?
So same mechanics, I want to try to dodge out of the way with my little double jump there and try to collect the jump abilities. So sometimes you kind of want to bait out an attack, which I don't do. Okay, I did reflect, that helped. And man, that didn't work. So the thing with some of the reflex is I don't know if you have to be targeted on them. I might have made this comment before, where it doesn't do damage unless you're targeted on them, even if you're like right in the vicinity. But we're still doing some good damage. I don't know if I have reaction boost equipped, but that will be helpful in this, because obviously you're mostly doing damage through reaction commands. Alright, well he's taking a breather. Got a couple. Oh yeah, as I say, this is not a guy you want to stay on small health with. Ether just for safety. A reflect that he just eats through. Oh, that was a good time to block. Look at me go. And yeah, this is also annoying because even in the regular game, you gotta be careful because sometimes you'll do this reaction command and he'll just not be in the right spot and you'll just whiff. Okay. Ah, oh, it's okay. Let's go! So this is kind of the easiest one to learn from because it's kind of a repeated pattern where you can just jump out of. Yeah, so, okay, no, I was able to interrupt it. It is nice to watch his health bar go down far. Now he's probably close to DMing since he's half health. You shoot those at me. I don't even know what that is. I don't like it though. Like your spit or something. Ooh. I dodged out of it. Again. Not that time. Okay, now is he... Nope. Some of the nice thing is even when I'm taking damage, it's kind of nice because I can still learn some of the jumps. Probably not the best strategy. Best strategy is not to take damage to learn jump, but... Alright, now we got his... Now I just need to get out of the way. Get out of the way. Now I just need to get out of the way. Alright, so let's do it. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Okay, see, and this is where I should... Okay, I did kind of stop and regroup. Because, yeah, if you look before, I was just barely doing any damage. Now I'm taking off chunks of health again. Being able to turn that into a combo, which is nice. And... Okay, yeah, now he's supercharged. He should go to the side, and I should just go to the side as well. Doing here. Yeah, no. Yeah. You know this. At least it wasn't too long of a DM. And I like his patterns, because, you know, eventually he'll go and do his thing where I can learn some of the jump mechanics. I don't mind that loop. It's the other people's loop where they're just completely invincible, and you can't dodge, you can't heal, you can't reflect. You just take hits, and I guess you do have to heal, but you get what I'm saying. Alright. Oh, and there's me trying to cheese with Duck Flare, realizing that Donald is in fact dead. And I'm close to being in fact dead. But yeah, this was just kind of a save my own skin strat. Should be okay. Nope, just kidding. Nope, nope, nope. Less than okay. I'm assuming I'm mashing triangle as I'm jumping and fleeing for my life. There we go. A couple more here. Again, just kind of tanking it until my MP is back and then I can heal. Can I interrupt it? Yeah. I feel like maybe Donald just came back to life in me. Okay, there he goes. Let's say I feel like he has been dead a long time. He's assuming getting iframes here. I'm getting ouch frames. And Donald's dead again. So even if I wanted to duck flare, which I did when I fought him before, ooh, good job, me. Okay, let's get ready to block. Get ready to block. Seriously, get ready to block. just being juggled right now. Oh gosh. Not a bad time to do an ether. Alright, can you, like, do an attack where I can gain some jumps from you? Thank you. Well, not that it worked, but... Eh, reflected to nobody. Again, would it surprise you to know that I'm kind of proud of these fights, like when I finish them? Whether I should be or not, you know, that's a different conversation. Limit safety, and again is dumb DM. Yeah, you don't get to teleport so you can be effective in your damage. And I'm doing. That really wasn't that bad though. Get him! Get him! Get him! Okay. I can't believe he broke out of that. That's actually kind of funny. I don't know. I guess I must just be completely mistiming these reaction commands. He's been pretty generous with giving me the learn ability, and I just have not been busy. Okay, there should be several. Get it. Good thing I didn't waste that one. Get it? Learn from your mistakes. Yeah, you can't do that when he's like that, remember? Ether to Kuraga, of course. Oof. That's actually not that bad, damage-wise. Give me the ability to learn! Yeah, okay. I tried. Somehow I grabbed him in that. Still not even down to this. Okay, now he's down. Alright, look at this. Look at this gamer skill right here as he breaks out of it, which is dumb, but he goes down. He goes down. Why isn't he going down, guys? Come on. I'll tell you what, that is impressive for him to be able to... Oh my gosh. Yeah, just curing for safety here. Another frustrating someone surviving on 5 HP. He must have gone to Lexaeus, not Lexaeus, who was the guy who just fought the Berserker dude. I'm already... Syx. Went to his school of thought here. Again, I'm just like, oh my gosh, kill this guy. Yes, there we go. That should do it. Whew. First try, if you want to celebrate that. That one really was first try. But I don't know if that's anything worth bragging about. Hopefully I use like the defense boost and the magic boost. Okay. Now we're done to Demix. And this is actually a really fun, challenging fight. The others are too, but I actually feel like I like the challenge of this one. So he's doing his normal mechanics, but there's a lot more emphasis on fighting his forms. Now what I've run into early on, and I end up being fine, but like you're supposed to attack them to be able to bait out the reaction command, and for some reason I'm not able to bait them out. I don't know if it's their programming in this first one, so you just have to take them all out. So you've got the time frame. The time frame is going to get less and less, and the forms are going to get more and more. So one way to really help with this fight is Wisdom form. Now you have to be careful though, because obviously it drains your magic and your drive gauge, and I can't do that right now because Donald is dead. So ethers can be really, really helpful in this to have them queued up, which I've been using. And I'm getting close here. And I missed. Early on. That's fine. That was short. I'm just going to leave that in. Now, who are we going to take on? Oh, Demix! I don't know what extra prep I'm doing here. Oh, maybe to try to keep Donald alive longer than half a second. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice change of pace. Yeah, I think I'm equipping Goofy as well. Just to use... I don't even care if they use it on me. It's just... be helpful. Now, do I change their attack patterns? No. No, I do not. I leave that as is and then probably constantly wonder why they're more useless than normal. Okay, so same thing. Take out the forms. Now I know though, you can't really bait out the reaction command for whatever reason. Probably something I'm doing. But using Faraga is very helpful. It's nice with Final Form and Wisdom Form because you can kind of use them on the go. So yeah, so I'm using Wisdom Form. You can see it's way better AoE. And sometimes you do get on really a big time crunch with these. So you can see I had 16 forms and I had 12 seconds left. So using this in its full thing, and I'm using ethers too. Having fire boosting stuff on is helpful. Having Goofy just stand there and do nothing. I should have had him do with ethers while I'm fused with Donald here. But yeah, like I said, you do have to be careful because you're going to need a lot of your Wisdom form available because there's going to be more forms. Okay. So 25 forms. So I have, I think, about 30 seconds in this one, so it's not too bad. Thankfully, with Wisdom and Valor form... Yeah, Sarah, hit him. Here we go, I was going to say. Hope I revert. Thankfully, you can usually go into those multiple times. So when you do revert, you still typically have enough of your drive gauge left. Yeah, see, now I can do a reaction command. I don't know why I couldn't before. So you do get a little bit more freedom with that, where you can go into it a few times. But again, you want to be mindful because you can get stuck with no drive gauge and 60 forms you're trying to take out. But this is really just the in-between. You're just trying to do enough damage until his next phase where he summons forms. So he's got more health, but again, this part isn't really the difficult part in my opinion. It's fighting forms. Not because they're hard, they're just so many, and your time restraint, as I said, gets stricter and stricter the further along you go. Not to say he's not tough on his own, but you know, Reflect's been helping. he's not as constantly looping you and stuff where you can't react. Okay, so here we got another thumb coming up. So 13 forms. I should have probably just tried to do it without wisdom. So yeah, I kind of figured that out. Again, to conserve, you see I've still got 6 drive, but I've done some good damage to him. And I don't know if he's going to summon... I know he's got one final thing he'll do. I don't know if that's going to be right here, if he's got 2 more left, or just the one big one. Probably need to get more damage before he does anything. That's why he's just kind of prancing around. Almost looks like he got hit by his own water attack. I know he's just riding the water, but the animation just... Okay, now Demix, I was just saying about how you don't spam these really, like, repetitive attacks and, you know, where you're just in your iframes. And there's me just kind of deciding if I should block, if I should, you know, call and ask him for a favor. Okay, now we should be getting into his final, I think when I get down to the bar here. So I'm trying to kind of just keep an eye on that. Like I said, you can't not do that. Final thing. Okay, here we go. So I've got wisdom ready. Okay, so he does have a couple more. Is this the final? Nope, 50 forms in like 30 seconds. Again, just wisdom form Faraga. Really helpful. I want to say it's even better than final form Faraga. I could be wrong, but I know there's a benefit of the wisdom form here. Yeah, this is the big one. No. I'm gonna have to... There we go. Now it does look like they give me a little bit of magic here, but yeah, so I popped an ether, and yeah, so there's a 99 forms or 100 in like 30 seconds. So this is where you for sure want to try to keep your wisdom form, and I'm getting dangerously close here. So I should have, like I said, probably held off a little bit, but I should be able to go back into it immediately. And since I've used final form enough, I don't have to worry about going into anti-form. But you can see I'm getting close here, 1 form left. Take him out. So I think it's fun. When I first fought him, I could not get past that. I was trying everything, and then I finally looked it up, and they did wisdom form, and I was like, oh. So yeah, not too bad at all. Okay, so now we're on to Xemnas here, and I died to him probably 12 times, and that might be less than what it actually was. The annoying part about him is when you fight him, there's 2 phases. So this is phase 1, which is already tough on its own, and then the second phase is like what you have to do when you fight with Riku. But if you die in the second phase, you have to replay the first phase again to get to that point. And I had to replay the first phase a lot, because the second phase was so freaking frustrating. Oh my gosh. I think I had to step away for a bit because it was just so irritating. And it was just one particular part, and I'll talk about it when I get to that specific section. But this part's kind of annoying too. Some well-timed blocks and reflex can be helpful. The thing is, again, I just feel like I think I'm timing it, and it's just always, like, he knows when I block, and so he delays his attack by just like a minute fraction of a second. And he's just able to clip through my block. Some of it is absolutely just me being impatient. That's a lot of it. But sometimes it just felt like no matter what I did, he was able to go through it. So yeah, here's a couple well-timed blocks. And part of it was just me doing it enough that I kind of learned the pattern a little bit, so I knew when I could kind of somewhat attack. And there I broke through his attack, which was helpful. So taking advantage of limit form, which you can see has absolutely just ripped through his health. But yeah, really blocking and reflect are huge game changers in this. So now he's going to do his little building attack, so you need to fly up there so you can prompt the reaction command. Thankfully, your MP still recharges in this, which mine's back now, but that is helpful. So I'm going to wait until I see finish, and then press it. You don't need to do those other reaction commands. But this is going to be business like normal. It's going to do this little cutscene, put him in a state where I just need to really do one hit to him, or one finisher. Now we're on to phase 2. So yeah, this part can be challenging, but phase 1 really overall not too bad. So one thing you do get to do is you get to pause here and equip stuff, and I highly recommend it. Stock Riku up. I gave him some stuff just for some added protection, and I gave him some items too for healing. Not really so much for the majority of this phase 2, but for a specific section. And I gave him a couple ethers too, hopefully he'd use them on me because I'm going to be healing a good bit. But yeah, I highly recommend stocking him up because this is your only opportunity.
Anger and hate are supreme.
So this is basically like it is in the final game, except way harder. You can see he's got a crap ton more health. And you've got Riku's Dark Shield. I feel like I try to use it, it doesn't really help. But the biggest frustration in this fight, and I had it a little bit when I fought him to beat the game, is just being able to get to him. He always is so freaking far away. You finally close in on him, and then he just apparates to the other side of the arena. So you can get a little bit of good damage on him, which is helpful. But then he just vanishes. And then you're stuck doing this reversal garbage over and over again. Again, it feels like your party member, in this case Riku, is really doing nothing. And you're like, okay, finally I can get down, touch the ground. But it's like, where in the world is he? Yeah, apparently he's up in outer space. Oh no, there he is, and there he goes. So, that's a lot of the frustration from this fight. So that's already strong enough. I said, you can see I'm closing in a little bit with sliding dash, but I only get a couple hits off of him before he's kind of phased through and moved on. Now, Riku used something on him. He doesn't have an ability, I think, that he can like use a potion that costs MP, but I'm assuming he just used one of the ones in his item pool for me. So I'm trying to time reflect, but clearly you can see it's not really working. So I'm just like, well, what if I spam it again? How about if I use it here? And not well timed. So yeah, when I get combos off, you can see it's actually pretty helpful. And Riku's just using all this stuff. That's fine, honestly. Yeah. You can't really prevent. You can, I think, make them use it a little bit more conservatively, but yeah. So good of me. I flipped through it. Yay! But the big thing is, while I'm using Riku's limit, it's not that it's this amazing thing, but sometimes you can time it when Xemnas goes to do a specific move, and I forget what he says. It's like, you know, look into your heart or something like that. Maybe it's like the open your heart line from KH1. But anyway, when he does that, it does the thing where he takes control of Sora, and you have to play as Riku to rescue Sora. In the base game, not really that big of a deal. Annoying, but not a big deal. Well, in this one, because Riku takes so much damage, you can almost get one hit KO. So this is where it's frustrating because you'll get this far and then Riku will die because he's a super villain, you know, when you have to fight him. But when he's fighting other people, he's Donald level. So if you die there, again, you have to do the entire phase 1 and then get to phase 2. So being able to limit can help prevent that, and you can skip through it. So that's what I do a couple times here. I don't always time it the best where I'm actually skipping that move, but sometimes I get antsy. But of course, the downside about the limit is it takes away your MP, so it just puts me at risk for healing. I have to waste an ether to get it back. You notice because I'm still in the limit, I'm not recovering it back like I would, and this does bare minimum damage because again, he teleports and it like loses target of him. But Riku did use an item on him, which is helpful. So again, just kind of trying to figure out where in the world he is. I did have an ether on standby. There we go, that did some good damage. Now I don't think I'm successfully able to skip all of the DMs here. But regardless, you do have to do the laser thing. Yeah, this is the one I was worried about, I think. So he ended up not doing it. So I might have just been antsy, like I said. And again, doing some damage with the limit, but part of it is I'm not targeted on it. He keeps moving around, but yeah, look at that tiny damage. Boop. It's like with the when I was fighting Roxas initially. But thankfully my MP is almost back, so I can do limit again as needed. And his HP is pretty low, so that's helpful. Yeah, this is fine. This is the reversal. Like I said, I don't think I skip it completely in this final attempt. Because I finally looked it up, because so many people were struggling. And, you know, it's one of those things where you look in the video, and they're like, oh, we just skipped this part. And it's like, how? I can't skip it. I don't have the same warnings you do, or the audio cues. Like, I am not getting all that. So you just saying, yeah, just skip it, was not helpful. And I kind of feel like that's what I ran into, hence extra spams of the limit, because I'm paranoid. Okay, well, I miss it, yeah. So, the big thing to do here, and this is something that took me several frustrating times to learn, is using your Dark Aura attack. Like shooting those little things, because it keeps the other Xemnas from putting up a little barrier. Those barriers were what killed me, because those would pretty much one-shot you. So, I kind of run a few steps and shoot that, and then just got in close enough to rescue Sora. But I promise you, if you're struggling with this fight, even on standard playthrough, that using his shooting attack, and maybe it's not Dark Aura, maybe it's just a regular attack where he's shooting the projectiles, but whatever it is, that's going to be your saving grace. Because if you just try to kind of run out of the way of what Xemnas is putting up, you will die. And it helps a little bit if you beef them up where you can take a hit or two, but even with all that stuff equipped, I still was dying every single time. So, yeah, hence why I'm only showing a successful attempt, because I'd be frustrating rewatching it, honestly. So now we're getting close. Gotta go through all this. I might have to get him a little bit lower in health before he'll do his multiple laser attack. So if I can land, I'll probably heal up to be safe. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I was like, tell me I'm gonna heal up just to be safe. Now we're getting some big damage in here, though. Yeah, there's Riku being thrown across the room. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now he should do his attack. And as long as I survive this, he's done for. But just remember, you gotta do these triangle and your button on your command menu. And as always, this is like cool at first, and then it's like, why is it still going on? Which is probably the thought process behind my thumbs as I'm mashing this, like, oh my gosh, stop. And then he's left alone. Then he's left alone. Hello? Okay. Yeah. Now that I've seen this like 70 times, twice from beating the game and then the other 68 from failing this. Actually, I never got this far, so to be fair, this is like the third time. But again, it's kind of like, okay, I just want to take him out with one attack. Not watch anime here.
Riku!
And the first time Riku is useful in this battle. And then you still have to go and hit him, and I still have to do a finisher, and I'm still nervous. Okay. Whew. Yeah, that was absolutely dumb. So thankfully he goes down. I didn't care whatever he had to say. I was just so happy to be done with it. And then get a trophy. All of them are taken out. There's proof of victory and all the tears I left behind here. Yay! My victory lap. And the treasure chest. Were proof that I beat them all. And I get my gold crown here. So, this is where I'm going to end the episode. Really just... I think I went on to do a tournament, but I'll do that in another episode because this is like an hour and a half. But yeah, that's all the data members taken out. There's me kind of reaffirming it and reminder that I have more synthesis stuff to do, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for the continued support, and I will see you in another episode.